Hi there, Internet people. This is Chris Kutzer, founder of Cary Spotlight, a hyperlocal newsletter in Cary, North Carolina. We are 4 days away from the anniversary edition of Cary Spotlight. And I'm glad that you're here with me on this journey. We will be looking over some past issues and take some of the insights that we learned from that and use it into the next year. So, without further ado, let's hop right in to these next 7 issues that we'll be covering. So, we are at issue 337. This is a Tuesday edition. This is the beginning of an editorial week, and we are covering sports as our opening story. We've settled on this kind of structure for now to lead with the update of the Courage weekend game. And then we also have an election countdown. Again, this is specific for the election year. So we find that people are really interested and find it useful for us to be sharing election information, not political information, just where people can do early voting, where they can do mail-in voting, absentee voting, that kind of stuff, where they can find the ID requirements or where is there, even know if they're allowed to vote. So if they're still registered to vote. So we give them that kind of information. Also talking about traffic expressway expansion. This is important. It will be affecting a lot of businesses. It's also helping people move around the area a lot faster. And as usual, on Tuesdays, we also include the Cary Police Department crime data from the prior week in there. And we also have our ongoing Savor Cary series where we focus on different eateries, restaurants around Cary, North Carolina. So there you go. So we have the video of the game, a little summary of what happened. They have the full access to the full report, standings, as well as the upcoming schedule. And then, of course, we have our reader poll where people can engage and let us know if they watch the games. This one is specific to Wake County. We're looking at the election countdown, where people can go and check their voter status, the early voting, frequently asked questions, and we'll highlight a couple of things from there. And then the expressway expansion, as I spoke about, and then data for the Cary Police Department, so people can go check that out. Look at that burger, baby. That's pretty good. So burgers and soda bar, people can go check that out. And then the list of events right there. Bam. And as well as the answer to the trivia question. On Wednesdays, this is our specialty edition of Wellness Wednesdays. We'll do health and wellness and mental health, that kind of stuff. And we are also looking at gene therapy, different ways medical advances help to restore a father's vision. That's a great story, feel good story. We also have cinema therapy. We kind of mix it up, so it's kind of a fun way looking at movies and talking about sensitive topics or difficult to talk about topics around mental health. And we also focused on a National Save a Life Day in Wake County. It was this specifically deals with the opioid crisis. So there you go. So we have that. The opioid crisis, the movie, Save a Life, Save a Cary. So we're looking at different restaurant, and then the list of events, as well as the answer to the trivia question. Then Thursday, 3-part. As you can see, we do a 3-part subject line, headline. So we're looking at some crime, neighbor on neighbor crime here. So a Cary resident is jackhammering a trail entrance. So that leads to conflict between the HOA, the city. Well, the city stayed out of it. So the neighbor, the HOA, and the neighbor who was um, blocking access. Um, then there's a hurricane's coming, and giving people warning that we will feel the impact. It's very interesting that when we did the story, there was no way that we could know the devastation that this hurricane would inflict on Cary, not Cary, but the western part of North Carolina. And a lot of people from Cary went to help the people over there. So this is going to be a story that will develop further. Then something fun. Oktoberfest is coming, and so this is one of the stories that our subscribers, one of our subscribers, he asked us to write the story. We were able to accommodate him because he's in our Milestone Mavericks Club. These are people that have read over 100 issues of Cary Spotlight, and they get a chance to nominate a story. And so this is something that we do. And we also have another restaurant that we're highlighting here. So there's the winners. You got to be a winner. And then here we go. We get Savor Cary. We have restaurant recommendations. And then we also highlighted the Cary Garden Club. So let people know what's going to happen, what's going on there. And this is the long version of the events. So there you go. And that's issue 339. Yep. On the next one, we're looking at 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3-part again. We're looking at a crime story, failure to store your gun properly. So that's important. The hurricane is now causing catastrophic flooding. And then there's also dragon boat racing that's happening in Cary on the weekend. So let people know about that. And we do another restaurant feature. So we included the video of the promo of the event, and then the write-up, and then also find out if people are going to the event. And then we have another restaurant that we're featuring, just like getting people to give their recommendations. Have they tried it? If not, are they interested in trying it? So that's kind of cool. And this is ongoing. We're trying to help the Cary Club, so this is a repeat of that event, featured event, and there you go. And this one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 parts. So again, the storm is now flooding western North Carolina. Roads are closed. The reports are coming in about the devastation. We also have schools in Wake County. This is a pride, one of our pride stories, meaning something that people can feel good about living in Wake County, that we've had some schools that got the National Blue Ribbon Award for excellence. So that's good. And then we have a crime story as well. Let's see. So the tropical storm, we have the school story, we have the crime stories, the young people breaking into cars and stealing cars. And then they mention this grill and bar, and then let people respond to that. And similar to before, we have an ongoing feature. We're also now getting people to cast their vote if they're interested in this topic. And we have the rest of the week's events. And then we get to our second specialty edition of the week. This is the Travel and Discover edition. In this one, We continue to report about Hurricane Elaine's devastation of North Carolina mountain area. It also led to flight cancellations, and in this case, we gave information on how to deal with flight cancellations like a pro. And we also had a winner of the Sabre Cary. That's our first winner. So we tell that story, and then our ongoing series of cruise ships. So that's pretty cool. And then we have a really tasty recipe that we discovered from when we were doing a review of past issues that we thought would be good to republish and let people know about it. So yes, these are the pictures of the devastation, the before and the after, and we give people access to full stories and updates, and then how to handle flight cancellations and delays like a pro. So we deal with that, some tips that they can do, and there's a picture of our winner, a VIP dining experience, and our cruise stories, and then yes, tasty, tasty recipe. And then finally, we get to our third and final specialty edition of the week, which is our Cary Spotlight real estate issue. And here we talk about the property sold in Cary in the last week. And we also included some fall home maintenance tips that people can use. So that's something new. And that's also something you can definitely use again in the future for next fall to let people know about these tips. They never go out of style. So there you go, 7 tips that people can use. And we're also featuring our support for local businesses. That's it. And we look forward to our next episode. We're getting close to the anniversary edition.